circle of light, going from pulses of light, vibrate to breathe, while spiraling outwards for infinity, through the lens of time, and into the sea of stars, and lucid dreams.
Grazie per il vostro amore.
So comfy. Okay.
Heart.
Well, thank you, Anita, for your set. It was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed, and I hope you also had a fun time playing in Pluto.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for hosting me.
So I just wanted to ask you, as you're involved in the Italian scene in Bologna and also in Berlin, what differences do you see in the representation of Flinta artists?
So this is like a very interesting question. I could chat about for months, so I will try to keep it shorter. So I definitely see difference between the two scenes in a way that in Berlin, Flinters are much more represented in the music scene, and in a way also accepted as people with their own voice and their own also career and involvement in the scene. And with this, I don't want to say that everything is perfect, that is the perfect setting, or that we need to let the guard down. But yeah, like compared to Italy is a very different situation in a way that Italy is a very like intrinsically patriarchy and misogynistic country, which is, I don't know, it's not me telling, it's the reality of fact. And in because of this, we have, of course, the problem of promoter like booking Flintas just because you have to, because people will complain and blah blah blah. But in Italy, sometimes like promoters don't even like question themselves about that, like in a way that you don't even have a female lineup on Women's Day, that they're like, okay, you are not even, like worried about that. And in a more general way, Italy is a place where like the value of Flinta people in general is from the society is very much based on the value of the men that are around them. So what happens is that a lot of time where like a Flinta person is behind the decks, there is like a general questioning of why this person is there in that moment, and often the people give themselves three answers. So is the girlfriend of someone, is fucking with someone want to fuck this person. And that's why this person is there, not because there's a passion, a voice, or a willing to be there. And these make Flinta people in the position in which you always have to prove something. And so there is less space for fun and for experimentation, but you go there to prove people that is, that you deserve that spot. So I think that this is linked to the main difference between Berlin and Italy, which is also the presence of Flintas in promoting and organizational role. So this means that there are a lot of less spaces that are created and imagined from a Flinta perspective and from people that also want to be represented. So is difficult, but there are also a lot of hope. I'm seeing a lot of more Flinta taking the things by the horn and saying, okay, this needs to change. And this also thanks a lot to the queer scene that is opening more also to this.
I see. So you do see some progress in Italy, but it's about this.
Yeah, I see some progress, very, very small. Also because now there is a very big lack of spaces, so it's becoming also very difficult to organize things, and normally spaces are gatekeeped from like a collective of I would say cheese hetero men. I would not say white because they come in all colors, but it's like it's more really you have spaces that are like people they want to keep from themselves. They don't even open to new collective, and so it becomes more and more difficult. But I see more for sure more movement in this sense, and I hope there is more and more.
And about organizing events, so you're organizing this down-tempo events in Berlin called Carpet Airlines.
Yeah.
Can you explain like how the idea started and explain more about the subject?
So Carpet Islands, I like to think about it like a sort of expanded living room. So yes, it's an event where there is of course music that is focused on down-tempo left field sound. So I always it's always important to me to say that it's not ambient in a way that can be more ambient-ish sometimes, but the idea is to have a kind of music that is low but also have more rhythm, and is not just about listening. It's something that you can dance seated, that you can wave at. The idea is born a bit with from the necessity of having a space where to recreate that more intimate and cozy vibe that is very typical of after hours in living room. But I would say also it's something that I found a lot in afters in Italy. In Berlin, afters are a very often high intensity, in which in a way is still the parties, not the after party, which for me is more of a landing moment. So it made a lot of sense to create that in Berlin, because I felt a little bit the need of that, and also because this is something that I found a lot in more private environment in Italy, but that is for me possible to organize in the form that is now because of the infrastructure that Berlin offers. And also is a bit an experiment to bring on a sound environment, different activities that are not just let's say the music, but also wellness activities massage and haircuts and head massage. And there is a crafty area where there is collage, drawing, paper waving, clay. So yes, there is the also a different way to experience sound and also sociability in that environment.
Nice. Yeah.
And you're all invited if you pass by.
Nice.
If you pass by Berlin, of course.
Yeah, looking forward to try that next time I come to Berlin. Any like I don't know records you wanna present, like any artists that you wanna highlight, or
So it's a very difficult question, in a way that like I really love a different range of music. So I would say like an album that actually had been released yesterday in its final form. And it's called The Golden Triangle, and it's from Siamese Twins record. Is this label from Bangkok, and the Golden Triangle is an EP by Sun Argun, which is also the head of the label. And I really like the label in general and their release, because I found them very complete in a way that there is a story that is a whole journey, and that makes sense all from the beginning to the end. There are not just like tracks that happens, but you can really see the story. And I found that there in their releases a lot the fact that there is they are so let's say like flexible and diverse in a way that you can find more ambient stuff, more down-tempo mystic stuff, but a lot of like also dance floor weapons, and also like the more melodic tracks are very nice to layer with other things, and you can really create something new. So in general, the label, if you don't know it, check it out, is very nice, and this release in particular just had been released, so I thought it was nice to bring it.
And any events coming up soon, or like any festivals that we can catch you playing in the future?
Yeah, actually it's gonna be a very busy in a way, but exciting summer. Very looking forward to this festival season. So we'll be playing in France in 3 different moments. In June, in this festival that is actually its first edition, is in Ardèche. It's called Soulful Sorrow. It is a only Flinta's lineup festival, but also like only Flinta at the festival. So the idea is to create like a different environment of sorority and to try to experiment a different kind of festival and way the crowd is selected in a way. Then in July I will play at this festival that has been one of my musical highlight of last year. So I'm very, very excited and honored. And it's called Persona. It's gonna be in Bourgogne in July from the 24, 27, more or less those dates. And then end of the summer we'll play Le Chant des Oiseaux, and there I will bring my radio show Morning Mantra that I host on Radio Lara in his live version. And then I will go back to Italy for this festival. It's called Fuori Festival. It's near Rome. And then I'm going to play for the first time ever in Lithuania. And this festival is called Yaga Gathering. And I'm playing both a dance floor set and an ambient set. And really, really looking forward. And I don't know, if you're looking for a festival for this summer, these are recommended in case we can see us there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll be a small group from Prague to go to Persona, so
nice.
we'll get you there.
Nice.
Yeah, Patricio is also going.
Perfect. So we'll see familiar faces in the woods.
Yeah. Well, thank you for playing for Hot Topic, and it was really nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me and for what are you doing with this show. It's very nice. So thanks you for hosting me.
Thanks.
Thank you. So nice. Very nice. Yeah.